timber hearth. Never mind. What is with all this, like, low frame rate? I should not be having frame rate issues. You know what, that's fine. Excellent park job. Let's see. Deep breaths. Want me to teach you? It'll be the next loop before you know it. Nah, I'm good. Time flies when you're in a deep meditative trance. Guess that's how you unlock that. What are you doing out here? Well, what are any of us doing here, really? Nah, I'm kidding. I'm out here exploring our solar system, same as you. Tell you what, outer space really gives you room to think. It's quiet and peaceful out here. I mean, it's usually quiet and peaceful. Sometimes a cyclone comes by and lifts my little island paradise clean out of the water. Then less peaceful. Where should I explore on Giant's Deep? Here's something you might like. At the start of every time loop, I keep seeing a bright flash in the sky. Something must be happening up there in orbit around the planet. What else? What else? Have you seen Statue Island? That's what I've been calling it, seeing as it's the island where I found the glowing Nomai statue. Get it? I was on the beach on Statue Island when the whole glowy business happened. By the way, it's a nice beach for that kind of thing. I give it a solid 7 out of 10 on the Gabbro relaxation scale. Alright, buttface. If you feel like checking out Statue Island, it's the one with 2 islands connected by a natural rock arch. Well, most likely you want to go see. What?
Did you beat the remote this whole?
Oh yeah, I never did tell him I found this ship. What's up with this planet? Haha, I know, right? But you meant, like, tell you more about it? I gotcha. Well, Giant's Deep is massive and mostly water. No surprises there. Strong current, a ways beneath the surface that prevents anything from sinking below it. Seriously, I tried everything I could think of to get past that current, and neither idea worked. As for land masses, I counted 4 islands, including this one. There's also the one with the Nomai statue I saw on the beach. See the cyclones? Yeah, they're hard to miss. They'll toss up everything in their path, islands included. Little tip, if you get picked up, try to land in water. Less likely to kill you. I found your ship. Oh, cool. So it's floating in the ocean, huh? Did it look like it was having a good time? I reached the inside of Statue Island. So the Nomai created those head statues to record memories, huh? Yeah, I could see the Nomai doing that. Not sure what for, but it seems like their sort of thing. You think the statues are recording our memories, then? Because I remember that one on the beach looked at me funny. That must be my memory friend. I found out what happened to the orbital probe cannon. Whoa, that's the cannon breaking apart at the start of each time loop? For real? Too much power. It's kind of scary how much that sounds like something Slate or Feldspar would do. I'm pretty surprised the Nomai built something that actually broke. Come to think of it, broke might be the wrong word, because it looks like the orbital probe cannon is still firing successfully at the beginning of each time loop. I found your quantum poem. Oh yeah, the one in the woods. I remember writing that. Pretty fun, right? That works out to a good 24 poems. When I'm done exploring, I want to make some more quantum art. Maybe some kind of creature sculpture that just, like, shows up while your back is turned and scares the daylights out of you. I found a photo of you inside the old radio tower. Nice. Did I look busy in it? I hope I looked busy. Must have been from the time Hornfels sent me to check on the deep space satellite. I thought old Spacey might be malfunctioning, but I couldn't find a single thing wrong with it. Which is probably how it got a shot of my beautiful behelmeted face, come to think of it. I always thought it was kind of sweet that the best way to find old Spacey is use a map that's generated by the satellite itself, isn't it? Like it's inviting us to visit. Good old deep space satellite. Always making sure we know where we're going. Why'd Hornfels think it was broken? Dunno. Hornfels probably told me why, but Hornfels tells me lots of things. Sometimes I tune out, or pretend there's signal interference and I can't hear them. Best guess says the deep space satellite must have sent Timber Harsh some weird pictures, but like, what's considered weird for a satellite, you know? Anyway, if you ever want to visit old Spacey, fastest way is jump in your ship and use your solar system map to lock onto the satellite, same as you would any astral body. I did not know you could lock onto them that way. I found something. There were other options. Old Spacey? I mean, the satellite's not super old, but it's hardly brand new. Old is more a term of affection. They're being very literal-minded about this. Old Spacey likes visitors, you know, fastest way, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I have a map? Yeah, the one that's standard with all our spacesuits. One you have with you at all times that opens with the press of a button. That map? You didn't get conked on the head by a rock or a meteorite or something on your way here, did you? No shame in that. Happens to me all the time. In case you were hit especially hard, don't forget that you can jump into your ship and use your solar system map to lock onto any astral body. It's the easiest way to visit old Spacey, too. Well, hot damn. I did not know you could do this. Oof. Where was the hull damage? Aft. I thought it said port. Got everything repaired. Looks like it. Let's see. I learned something. Oh, cool. Oh, geez. That's a lot. I will be right back. Wait, we're back. Find it.
Oh, yeah, I don't see it. Maybe dead or something.
It's probably in a couch cushion or in the bedroom. Okay, let's see. Found a Nomai escape pod on Brittle Hollow. Wow, so then the Nomai probably came here from somewhere outside the solar system. They must have been in trouble when they launched their escape pod, but what kind of trouble? And where did the escape pod launch from? I'm so curious. This is an amazing discovery. I hope we can find out more about why and how the Nomai arrived here. I learned something. I saw the old settlement. Isn't it amazing? Hard to believe that the settlement is still standing, but there it is. It really makes you appreciate living somewhere like Timber Hearth, you know, or something that isn't being constantly bombarded with meteors and rocks and stuff. The Hanging City on Brittle Hollow. You visited the Hanging City? Oh gosh, how was it? Was it amazing? Was it beautiful? Was it scary? The Hanging City is where the Nomai settled permanently on Brittle Hollow. It was their most advanced settlement here. Why they chose to build their most advanced settlement so close to a you-know-what is beyond me. Maybe that kind of thing makes sense to a Nomai, though. Maybe they needed the black hole for something. Oh, cool. I saw the Sunless City on Ember Twin. You mean there's another Nomai city inside of Ember Twin? That's incredible. A whole city, and I had no idea it existed. This is great. How'd they keep the sand out? If it were me, I'd be nervous about getting buried in the caves by that awful river of sand. Gosh, the Nomai sure were ingenious, building an entire settlement underground. The Sunless City. Wow. That means there were two groups of Nomai, one that lived on Ember Twin and one that lived here on Brittle Hollow. They must have traveled around the solar system, since Nomai writing can be found on other planets too. I found Nomai writing about a quantum pilgrimage. A pilgrimage to the quantum moon. The Nomai mentioned the quantum moon in a lot of their writing, so it was clearly special to them, and special enough to make a trip there by themselves. Sounds like a coming-of-age ritual, like how hatchlings stay hatchlings until their stomachs are strong enough to drink sap wine. Maybe once a Nomai journeyed to the Quantum Moon, they were considered an adult. I went to the comet and... Oh, wow! Wow! So that's how the Nomai died. It's really sad, isn't it? I know it was a long time ago, but still. Stars above, it's lucky we hadn't evolved to live on land yet. To think if the comet hadn't killed them, our species might have coexisted in the solar system. That would have been amazing. But I guess if I hadn't wanted to learn why the Nomai disappeared, I'd never have left Timber Hearth and come out here or had any of these adventures. Don't get me wrong, space is terrifying, but you know, it has its moments. I talked to a living Nomai. Ah, that doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. I'm very excited for you, though. Please stop yelling. What? On the Quantum Moon, you said? There's a sort of living Nomai on the Quantum Moon? Well, why didn't you say so? Oh, wow, wow. This is the best thing that's ever happened in the history of Outer Wilds Ventures. I can't believe you talked to an actual Nomai. Great. So I just have to go back into space, fly to the Quantum Moon with zero visibility, find a spooky ruin, travel through a few different types of dangerous terrain to get there. Okay, yeah, that's not so bad. That's probably doable. Never mind. What are you doing out here? I've already asked him this. See you later. Only one left to talk to, unless I want to talk to the villagers, but I feel like the villagers aren't going to be very helpful. Yeah, nothing new here. Guess I'm going to have to go find Feldspar again. Well, actually, we are late enough in the cycle. I could... So we are late enough in the cycle. I could go... to the Hourglass Twins. Yep, sure are late enough in the cycle. The dang music started. Oh, shh. Oh, well. good news you're still alive? How dare you? I'll show you to tell me that that's good news. Man, I guess I could talk to everybody in the village. I think I've exhausted this guy's stuff. I really don't think I'm going to get anything new out of these guys. Yep, so far nothing new. What's with the radio? We wanted to play hide and seek, but Marine won't let us borrow the signal scope because it's really delicate and not supposed to be thrown around like that. So far, this has been a big waste of time. I found Feldspar. You found Feldspar, and they're in dark bramble. Stars above, this is wonderful news. Thank you. Thank you for finding them. That Feldspar didn't immediately join you on your ship and return here is incredibly Feldspar of them. We were never entirely sure what Feldspar was thinking back then either. Still, we ought to fish them out of that dreadful place with all haste. I'll radio Gossin and have them prepare a ship. It really should be Gossin who brings Feldspar home. Again, thank you. You can hardly imagine how profoundly happy I am to hear they're alive and unharmed. Let's see. Chirt's on Hourglass Twins, Ryback's on Brittle Hollow, and Gabbro is on Giant's Deep. And there's Feldspar, obviously, but of course we don't know where they are or if they're still alive. Feldspar has been lost for a very long time, I'm afraid. Tell me more about Feldspar. Feldspar is one of the 4 Fletchingham's Hour. I've read this before. Nobody up here. Wow, this seems like it was a waste of time. There was the one little bit about Feldspar, but other than that, didn't really get too much out of this. I guess the only thing left is actually to visit Feldspar.